From what do we do with this outdoor space to a fully functioning outdoor living area, today we're talking through what that looks like from start to finish. Hi everyone, my name is Harrison. Today we're talking about backyard transformations. One of the questions we get here at the Luxury Pergola is, I have a big patch of grass, I don't know what I want to do. What do I do? So if we start here on the first one, you can see they are starting with a blank slate. They just have grass and some steps. If you bought a new home, this is probably what you have, or maybe you have a small 2x2 concrete pad right outside your back step. Then they start the layout phase. Now, you may have a patio right now, you may not. If you don't, that's perfect. We prefer you to not, because it allows us to lay out where the footers are gonna go in relation to our pergola. It is hard, I think, to lay out on the ground and get an idea for scale. So when you put a tape on the ground and say, oh, I want a 12 by 40 because that's the only way I could possibly cover this area, I highly recommend you take that same tape and measure off your living room so that you see how much space you truly would be covering in a more actual environment than just on the grass. We worked with them to put together a 12 by 20. They did leave a space between the house and the pergola itself. You can choose to do that or not do that. I typically recommend people leave that 5 feet away from the house open if they don't want to buy 15 by 20, because that adds a lot of cost, because that's just transit area. That's people walking in and out. You don't need to spend tens of thousands to cover a transit area, typically. In this particular case, the customer hired someone to pour the concrete and then they built the pergola. Now in this case, obviously they're digging out the footers, they're using some machinery for it. You can also dig out the concrete footers by hand if you want to. I have dug many a concrete footer, so that is also an option if you don't want to hire a contractor for that portion of it. They lay it out where the pergola is gonna go. Then they laid all the gravel down. You can see they've got their pier footings in place. They're starting to pour concrete over the whole thing. The final concrete's obviously beautiful. They did a stamped concrete on the whole patio, and then they have a banding on the whole outside, so really nice application. Then you can see they started to put furniture out there, and what you were looking at before was that grass open space. Now obviously has things, and you get a better idea for scale when you actually have furniture out there, because you can see that big couch on that side, and that obviously seats a lot of people, but you wouldn't know that measuring it out in the grass. They left the grill area uncovered. That's personal preference. My grill is uncovered as well, but I pull it under the pergola in the winter because I still grill in the winter. I still like to make burgers and hot dogs. And so I usually do that underneath the pergola. Inside the garage, you can see they have a lot of boxes. No boxes over 130 pounds. So space in your garage up front would be highly recommended. You can also store them in your driveway like they did here. Then they laid out all their post bases. This is an older version of our post bases. Our new bases are just the plate itself. You can see the homeowner had a few buddies come over to put it together. These are not professional contractors, and you can see 4 guys can do it. You can do it with 2, but 4 guys obviously can build the pergola. You can see here you've got the basic construction put up. You see that same above shot we had earlier where you saw the layout of what everything looks like, and then they start to put some louvers in. It's nighttime. Here you've got obviously a video of what it looks like. They strung up some lights underneath it, which is a very common thing. We obviously sell lights now as well. We also sell fans, which have a light in them. It depends on overall light coverage. I usually recommend to people to start with the pergola and a center beam if you're planning to maybe add a fan later. And then if you go out there and you use it a little bit, maybe you try some string lights, you're welcome to buy the fan up front and the lights up front. But usually using it for a little while is nice to at least get acclimated and decide whether or not you want the fan, unless you're hiring a contractor, in which case, buy the fan. I use the heck out of my fan. Here, they got a video of it, all the water coming off the louvers and down into the gutter. That's a question we get all the time, is where does it drain? Because it's flat on the whole outside. It doesn't make any sense where the water goes. The whole gutter system's inside of the pergola. Now this is an older variant where you can see that the gutter is separate from the beam, which is what you'll find with 99% of other pergolas. There's only, I think, one other company where the gutter's physically integrated into the beam, and they're a much smaller beam profile and they're out of China. Everyone else does this 2-part system, which just makes you more prone to leaks, which is why we moved away from it. Like so. Part of the redesign that my dad and I did on the product was integrating this gutter here. It gives you extra strength. So those of you that live in crazy high snow load areas, the gutter integrated at the same thickness of the beam is overkill, but it gives us a lot larger loads than you would get out of a traditional just 2x10 cross section like this. I just want to show you a couple of these other images so you see what it looks like in their actual space and how they use it. There are a lot of people standing underneath that pergola and kind of milling about. And that gives you an idea of a 12x20 does give you a significant amount of coverage. Now, when it rains and the rain's coming sideways, you can't expect perfect coverage, but you can always put shades on the sides to help block some of that rain, which is also something that I have done. I have a 12x18 on my home, and I've hosted 8 people under that perg at the same time with all the shades down, and had a fire lit, a wood fire lit, and the louvers opened for 4th of July. So you can definitely close in the space if you want to, or obviously the best part about this product is you can open it up. And then the last image is obviously them enjoying sitting underneath it, which is the best part. So that's one example of building the pergola and what the process looks like. A few tips along the way as well. Obviously get in touch with us and our design consultants. You can find us at theluxurypergola.com. We're happy to talk to you and hopefully fix whatever you want to do with your backyard.